Well, hey guys, this is Creative Living, and tonight I'm going to do something a little bit different than I normally do. I normally do DIY projects. I'm actually going to share a story with you guys and uh, share what had happened to us and in our lives that just turned around overnight in hopes to maybe inspire someone. The outcome has been it's been a blessing. It's been great. It's been crazy fun. And um, this is our story. We had a 2,800 square foot house, and it was lovely. Oh, it was so gorgeous. We had two living rooms, three bedrooms, two bathrooms, and it was just the two of us. And one day, I looked at my husband. I said, "How long has it been since you've been down that hall? That's where our bedrooms were." And I said, "Well, I don't know. How long has it been since you've been down that hall?" I said, "I don't know." But we were already thinking about like the sheds and stuff. But one day, unexpectedly, knock at the door, and our landlord had a second heart attack, and he had a daughter. And he said, this was on a Thursday, and he said, "I hate to do this, you guys, but I want to see my daughter live in this house. And you guys got to move out." And we're like, is this really happening? You've got to be kidding. This cannot be happening. It was awful. And it was just really unexpected. And we put everything that we could in our vehicles and took it to a storage building and stored what we could and parked at Walmart. And we had our laptop, so we watched like movies and stuff. And it was a hard time. It really was. And then we kept talking about we didn't ever want someone to have that kind of control over our life again. Like, you can just take our house like that. And we certainly didn't want to be on bad terms with him because he had a heart attack. So we lived like that, and we would go to the state park and look around and started becoming interested in the RV and tiny house life. And that's what this is. It's so much fun. It's it's amazing. And so it was a hunk of junk. I mean, this place was like, oh my gosh, it was like crazy looking. And over time, we've been able to make it our own. Oh goodness, I'm on camera, baby. Sorry, uh,
Shit.
baby, I'm on camera. Don't cuss.
Right?
I'm sorry. I'm moving on. So I was not expecting that. So anyway, this place was. We went and looked at it, and it was blue walls, and it was like that. The cabinets were dark brown. We said, well, we didn't have $10,000 to just buy a house and or a RV that was $20,000, $30,000, and we didn't want to finance one. So we were trying to work with what we could, and this one, everything in it was just it was ugly, but we knew that we could fix it up and make it pretty. Or I seen that it could be pretty. So we gave every dime that we had, and we parked it. And about a month later, we got cable. I mean power. I'm sorry. We got power turned on, and we started building things up. Before you knew it, we had the walls painted, and then we had this. We had it was out of a cooler. We didn't have a refrigerator that was working, because this one was the one that we had was giving us trouble. And the next thing you knew, everything was just clicking really, really good. And we stayed on the water. Like you could pick a rock up, throw it, and hit the lake. It was so pretty. And the wintertime came around. Said, "You want to go to the mountains?" They said, "Yeah." And so we slid in our slides and hooked to it and took off. And we were like living in the mountains for the winter in just a matter of hours. And then when springtime broke loose, he likes to fish and I like to fish. And I asked him if he'd like to go. And we said, "Yeah, let's go on back to the lake." And we went. So here is a very, very, very wonderful place. Power, water, cable, Wi-Fi, everything for, well, they went up $10. It's $3.55 a month. Living in an RV, you don't have to worry about your grass. You don't have to worry about anything, really. And we're dead free. And so I know that things can happen in your life that is unexpected and that can absolutely be devastating, because during the departure from our house that we had been living in for so long, we didn't have time to move everything. And I don't even know what all was left behind. Still, I don't know. And it's fine. It's good. And I apologize. My husband just woke up and spilled something on him, and it's all over the place. So anyway, and sorry. Sorry about that. This place is actually really, really big. And there's some tours on here like showing the inside. I really need to do an update because we got this slide over here and this slide over here. We found this place on Craigslist and the guy actually wanted like $6,500. Well, we didn't have that kind of money laying around. And so we had to stay in our vehicles for a little bit longer than we wanted to. We saved up enough and we went to the guy and we said, we pulled out the money and said, "Here, this is what we got." He said, "No, I can't take that. It's $3,000. And I said, "Just can't." And, we had to walk off, and we had a couple of $100 put back for food and our phone bill. And got to the truck and they said, "Well, all right." And so we went back over there and handed him literally every dollar we had. And when we got this, it had the regular futon in it. And those aren't really comfortable. It took us a good couple of years and we done our countertops like granite. We're getting a hot tub to put in the back bedroom. And my first apartment wasn't even this big. And we have a bunch of windows in here. It's really, really nice. And another good thing about living in an RV is we're in a gated community. And so just not anybody can pull up. We have our own little backyard. And now that we live in an RV, we can actually do things that we didn't do before. Like we cook out all the time. We are in our hammocks and enjoying life. And I really, really hope that anyone that is going through a hard time might look into this, because our cost of living, when we rented, it was, $500 a month. We're here in Alabama. It was $500 a month plus a $200 light bill plus a $100 gas bill, cable, another $100. And then if you get Wi-Fi, $80, so that's $180. We don't even pay near half. And we get to do things that we had never done before. Like we went to Arlington, Texas for the Cotton Bowl. That was so much fun. I ain't never been much outside of Alabama. And so getting to go places and do things is awesome. And then knowing when you wake up, if you decide to go to Florida or California, hey, you can go. And so that the freedom, the real freedom, and really and truly, after everything kind of got steady back in our life, I would not. This is just me. This is just me. I am so genuinely happy that I would not want to live in another house, even if we owned it, because we did and we have and we plan to do more, going to different places and seeing different things. And it's just, wow, it's so crazy because literally we were sitting there and I said, you want to go to the mountains, And it was just, yeah, let's go. So you have freedom that you cannot get if you're confined to one spot. And so, anyway, I'm going to go. There's a mess on the floor. This was kind of not what I had planned. But anyway, I'll definitely answer any questions that any of you guys have about living in an RV. And I do really, really recommend it. It has changed our life. And you can't, like, your relationship gets better. And I mean, we've always had a great relationship. But you get closer. I mean, where are you going to go? If you get an argument, where are you going to go? You got to work things out. And your family gets closer and closer. And I've seen families of like 6 living in an RV. And my hat's off to them. They do have the cabins now with the lofts in them. And I just keep thinking, I'd bump my head every morning, And well, when I looked at the fifth wheels, I talked to a lady. She owned one. She said, I wished we had got a bumper pull. That's what this one is. It's one floor and it's all the same height. She said she could not control the air and heat. That she battled with it. And you could go in the bedroom and it was burning up in there. It was super duper hot, like a sauna. And another thing, I know they build them way better now, but another thing that we noticed is where the fifth wheel does that, where the gooseneck part is, there was a consistent leak. There's like a seam in the ceiling where the light fixture is. And if you're looking at one, be sure to like push up on the ceiling or push down in the floors. If it gives any, there might be water damage. You want to check into it. So there was a leak just about in every fifth wheel we looked at. This one is a 01 model, and it's huge, and it's a Sportsman. We want to upgrade eventually, and we're talking about absolutely doing that. And we've talked about buying a house. But and there's people here that have beautiful $250,000 motorhomes, RVs, and they'll tell you, hey, they love this lifestyle. This is what they choose. It wasn't their financial decision. It's their choice of life because it is that great. It really, really is. I mean, it's so much fun. Now, not everything is all like, bubbles and clouds. Like, I guess the downfall for me is the laundry, because I love my washer and dryer. I miss it. But they make them now with washer and dryers, and you got to do your dishes. And actually, I wrote down a couple of things, but I've talked about them before. You have no land taxes. You don't have to cut your grass. You got to buy a lawnmower. Let's see. Okay, the community for sure. And you can, you can go get a free one. So there's like these ads on Craigslist and stuff. Answer them, go pick it up, and you can take the trailer part and rebuild it the way you want to. Now, one thing about the camper is you've already got your refrigerator, if it works. You already got your refrigerator, you've already got your bed, and I mean, I know you want to clean it and everything, But if you're absolutely, if you're going, our setback, our setback was our set up, and we didn't even realize it. So I definitely just really, really want to say, if you're thinking about it, go for it, and um, I hope that you do check into it because it has certainly been just. If somebody would have said then, they would have said, "Y'all are gonna get a camper." I would have said, "You are out of your mind," because we had, a house with two living rooms, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. I would have never have dreamed this. Not myself. I would have never dreamed this ever. But hey, we have it and we love it. So I hope this was some help. I This really wasn't what I had planned, but I'll try to make up for it. I got a mess to clean up, but I will see y'all in the next video, and I hope you guys have a great night. I'll see y'all. Bye.